When Kristen and I met, we were in that post-college stage of figuring out who we were. Both third-generation women's college graduates, we were seeking careers that would be interesting and rewarding, and we're also looking to create the homes that would stage and sustain our lives. Kristen's trait that I'd like to talk about now is that of a nester, specifically her commitment to the nests of those near and dear to her. When I got a wild hair to reupholster a sofa in rose pink moire, she thought me mad, with justification, but she got with the plan, decided the finish that I had in mind was not appropriate, took yards of the fabric home, and returned with lengths of perfectly made trim. Soon I had a strong, delicate, refined sofa as an anchor for my living room and my life. But Kristen wasn't done. She had just seen an old movie in which the heroine jumped on her bed wearing a white lace nightgown to set the plot in motion. Kristen appeared shortly thereafter with a white lace robe for me to lounge on my pink sofa before embarking on the adventures of my life. For Kristen, a well-crafted nest embraced the hopes, dreams, and delights of a life. I appreciated this characteristic most when sitting with Kristen in her workroom as she talked about the quilting projects for brides and grooms, expectant parents, new homeowners. Each quilt had a tale that guided the choice of color, fabric, pattern, allusions to a life, and evinced a deep understanding of the recipient and their dreams. Each one was beautiful in every way imaginable. I was so envious of any of you who have one of those quilts. The final illustration of Kristen's nesting is from the not own spring outdoors, as part of the troika, my neighbor described as man, woman, dog, and man, woman, dog were at your house, helped me reanimate my grandparents' garden. On one visit, she decided to address a long-neglected part of the property where some people chose to dump leaves and brush. To protect my nest, Kristen waded in, saying that she'd never had poison ivy because she was immune. She forgot about not tempting the gods. She didn't get a little rash on her wrist just above the gardening gloves. She was completely overcome with poison ivy. For a month, I think probably quite a bit longer. I recount this episode to illustrate that Kristen was fearless and completely unselfish in nesting as in so much else. And she was effective. The sofa, no longer pink, still holds pride of place in my house, and the poison ivy has never returned to that part of the property, never dared raise its ugly 3 leaves. Part of the property another neighbor calls my park. Thank you, Kristen. These remarks are not to remember Kristen. You can't remember someone who was there. And through decades and miles and life changes, Kristen has always been and always will be present in my life, in my home, and in my nest. And I expect in many other people's.